Up until Sonic Generations, us Sonic fans have been assuming that the good endings of every Sonic game are the canonical endings. This is further proven by Sonic 3 beginning with Sonic having all the Chaos Emeralds, because we assumed that Sonic collected them all in Sonic 2, which gives you the good ending of Sonic 2. But even though Sonic 2's good ending is the canonical ending, us Sonic fans now wonder about Sonic CD. November of 2011, Sonic Generations had just released, and it had really positive reception from the fans and critics alike. But one thing that eagle-eyed fans would have noticed is that the Metal Sonic boss took place during the bad future rather than the good future of Sonic CD, which we all assumed was the canonical ending for CD. But there is actually a very simple explanation behind this. In Sonic Generations, Eggman uses the Time Eater to undo Sonic's victories in the past, which means that Eggman has made himself win every time he battled Sonic. Therefore, he's created the bad future and made that canon. Now, we all know where the story goes from there. Sonic runs through time, fixes all of Eggman's changes, and everything is back to normal. Or we all assume. Fast forward to May 2012 and Sonic 4 Episode 2 had just released. And there was this really nifty feature that Sega included with the game. If you already had Sonic 4 Episode 1, you could play Episode Metal, which allowed players to see what Metal Sonic was doing before and during Sonic 4 Episode 1. One of these scenes included Metal Sonic being revived by Eggman, and this was all happening at the bad future of Stardust Speedway. Now, to first tackle this situation, we should find out where Sonic 4 takes place during the Sonic timeline. Now, this is very easy because it is officially confirmed that Sonic 4 takes place right after Sonic and Knuckles. Now, this is very important because my theory wouldn't work if Sonic 4 took place later in the series. It would make way more sense if it took place very early on within the series. And this is because I believe that Eggman used the Time Stones to recreate the bad future on Little Planet. Now, the Sonic CD good ending is still canon, but the thing is, there are actually two good endings to Sonic CD. One good ending has Sonic traveling to the past to basically undo Eggman's changes to Little Planet, while the other ending has Sonic using the Time Stones to undo Eggman's changes to Little Planet. So I believe that the canon version of the good ending is Sonic traveling to the past and undoing Eggman's changes from there. This would give Eggman the chance to collect the Time Stone so he could use it later. And he probably does that after Sonic and Knuckles, when he realizes that he still has the Time Stones and that he has another chance at defeating Sonic. So Eggman uses the Time Stones to make sure that the bad future is the real outcome of Sonic CD. Then Eggman goes to Stardust Speedway, revives Metal Sonic, and the whole Sonic 4 plot begins. Even us as the players are not sure what happens to Little Planet after Sonic 4. Sonic defeats Eggman at the end of the Sonic 4 saga, but even though we see the roboticized Little Planet start to explode after the final boss, during the credits we see that it stopped exploding and the metal shell around the planet is still there. So does that mean that Eggman still has control over Little Planet? Could it be so that Eggman still has control over Little Planet because the Time Stones say he does? To be honest, with the cancellation of Sonic 4 Episode 3, we truly do not have an answer because the Sonic 4 saga is still missing a third game. This could have even been a result of the events of Sonic Generations. Sonic 4, or at least Sonic 4 Episode 2 and Episode Metal, could be taking place in an alternate universe that Sonic Generations created as a result of Eggman undoing his previous defeats in the series. In the end, there isn't enough evidence to create a solid theory about this, mostly because we just don't know what happens in the end. So, for the time being, all we have are just our imaginations, just really big assumptions as to what has happened. But there is one thing for sure: Little Planet only appears once every month, and Eggman probably can't use Little Planet once it's gone. Because in Sonic 4 Episode 2, we clearly see that Little Planet isn't actually chained onto the Earth. like in Sonic CD. Maybe during Little Planet's absence, Eggman has instructed his robots to build an army, and maybe that army will return in a future game. And maybe that future game will have CD Sonic and Sonic 4 Sonic fight Eggman together, after Eggman's robot army successfully takes over the Earth. Now we can only dream that Sonic Forces puts the Sonic 4 storyline to rest, as it was stated that Sonic Forces is not a sequel, so it probably won't. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Feel free to do that. I mean, if I do upload another video like this, which I probably will, you'll get to see it in your sub box, and that's pretty cool.